like to call this meeting to order at what, 5:30? Okay, would we stand for the pledge until we? Councilor Laser, leader. I'm proud to. I pledge allegiance to the flag
of the United States of America, and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Roll call.
Counselor Faber,
Yes, ma'am.
Counselor Proctor,
Here.
Counselor Lacewell,
Present.
Counselor Miller.
Here. Madam Clerk, you're throwing another clock. Good. Okay, number 4, I'd like to hear a motion to approve the agenda for tonight.
I'll make a motion to approve it. Second.
Okay,
Counselor Lacewell. Counselor Miller,
Aye.
Counselor Faber,
Yes, ma'am.
Counselor Proctor.
Aye.
Motion.
Number 5, entertain a motion to approve the consent agenda.
I'll make a motion to approve the consent agenda.
I'll second.
Counselor Proctor,
Aye.
Counselor Miller,
Aye.
Counselor Faber,
Yes, ma'am.
Counselor Lacewell.
Aye. Number 6 is public comments. Do you have anybody that would like to comment tonight from our public? Nobody?
Don't everybody jump.
Okay, number 6. Oh, we did that. Number 7, counselors' comments. Counselors. Say I'd like
Happy
to.
Thanksgiving. Don't forget to leave.
I like seeing you sitting there, Counselor Miller. Thank you. Or I'd like to make a comment. Thank you all for coming, and hope everyone has a thankful and beautiful and blessed Thanksgiving. And I enjoy you all here, so I'm glad to see you. But not, I'm not leaving, okay? Okay, mayor's comments, okay, that's 8, and he's not here, so I don't have any. A is planning and zoning report from October 2025. Jeanette.
Yes. Mayor Coty and council members. For the month of October, I had 1 residential permit, 2 multiple permits, placement permits, 1 political permit, and 2 animal tags. There's no cases for the month of October, but for next month, we are gonna have a conditional use hearing for a Circle K gas station. Right over there next to the plaza. Kind of like
Slide out for,
whoever also was gonna go.
where's the new restaurant just opened?
Los Agaves.
Yeah.
Yes, right there next to them.
We want to put a gas station in?
Yes, Circle K. They're not the same owners of the current Circle K.
Thank you.
Yes.
So we'll have 2 in this town?
I'm not sure. I haven't talked to them regarding the liquor license. It seems that a lot of gas stations can't. They apply, but then they don't actually.
That's why they keep selling this
Yes.
property, yeah.
Come in because of the liquor license. So we'll see.
Does the
Well, they-
current Circle K have liquor?
Yes.
Yes.
Mhm.
Or they used to, like, been in it probably 4 years, just the last bottle you want.
So that's it.
Thank you. B is the financial. BOM October report, and we have them in our packet, but she's not available tonight. She said we could call her if anybody has any questions.
You know. Hopefully like already have been good.
We'll go on to see, Municipal report, October report. This year.
Hello, Mayor Pro Tem and Nicholas.
Hello.
How are you guys?
Good, you?
Good. So for October, you have the report. Yes. In front of you. We did reissue quite a bit warrants this month. We're working on our one door consistently. And Katie happens to be really good at it, so we're getting a lot more
We had, 52 scheduled on the docket, 21 cases were heard. The judge continues to hear cases outside of regular hours as necessary. We try and schedule as much as possible, but when they come into LCDC for other reasons, then we'll go ahead and schedule within the 72-hour time frame. So, that's on there. In our report, you see that we have consistently for 3 months, raised the fines coming in. So, in part, that's the court staff is working hard on making sure that everybody gets their summons timely. And as well as the police department is issuing more citations since they are now, more staffed. Court fines continue to be collected, the penalty assessments, that benchmark fee drops off, some of those still carry on from Judge Mansell. But for this month, we don't have any. As well as the surcharges, the automation, judicial education, and the correction fund. Some of those old cases still hold those fines, so those are still reflected on our report. The cases by department, the police department, of course, is where we see most of our cases coming from. And the cases by officers with the chief, of course, having the most citation for this. You have any questions?
When you say that they, court's call from LCDC over there, does it come through your office and dispatch to the judge over her other job?
No, typically what we do is we find them through our jail list. We have to go through the jail list, the local ones, any of the surrounding counties, to make sure that we don't have anybody in jail that has a warrant. Some of the counties will notify us. Travis County does notify us. Lincoln County Detention Center notifies us. And if somebody's picked up on a Friday afternoon, we won't hear about it until Monday morning, and so we're kind of at a time crunch at that point. Well, the judge doesn't come in until Tuesday, so more than likely she'll hear it on Monday.
I'm just curious, because that's, because when we've done the hours and stuff that she puts in, that's what I'm getting at, that she does do that on the
Yeah.
application.
Yes.
Thank
Yeah, and I work with the judge just about every day. She calls me and checks in on her. These phone today, if you have any questions, or there's a lot of back and forth with her all day. If it's necessary.
I wish.
Anybody else? Any questions? No? Maria, thank you very much.
Thank you.
Okay, D is our police department report for October 2025.
Madam Mayor, members of council, thank you. Our numbers are actually starting to slow down a little bit. We've had 9 reports issued in October. I'm not buying that, because I know we're busier than that. We've had several for Walmart again almost every day, sometimes twice a day. This month has picked up a little bit. Walmart, of course, it's getting close to the holiday time, so that's to be expected. The citations, Maria didn't see the total number. I think there was a little over 100 total. 40, so 40 citations just in October, and we've only had 2 more vehicle crashes. One of them was up on Escalante, up just above your house. Also brought their semi truck back into a telephone pole.
Semi, what's the semi doing, man?
I'm not entirely sure. It was very big.
There's more up there than you think there are.
They were just trying to come off of Escalante and turn onto that short cul-de-sac street, and it didn't quite work.
Okay.
Austin driver used his forklift to move his trailer back over to him and got out of the area. So I'm also great. Other than that, I stand for any questions. Going progressively forward, which I like to see.
Jody's was first.
When a semi truck runs into a telephone pole, does that company have to fix the pole?
Yes, in a short answer. if it's deemed to be damaged, we call city, public works, they came out. And that actually turned out to be a P&M pole, correct?
Right.
P&M came out and inspected it, they didn't see any damage, it was moved, I thought, a fairly good distance. But, they deemed it to be safe and left the scene,
Wow. Thank you.
but normally yes.
You,
I was asking a question for Heat back there. Can you help him out? Get him some drawers? The pants like y'all's ordering in here? He's having heck getting them.
The. Do you that's,
Yeah, wildland.
oh, well, possible. I can get, I'll look into that. Don't see me, I'll be back Wednesday. We'll find a business.
We don't want him walking around with no drawers on.
Not his head.
things what you did.
Thank you, ma'am.
Thank you, Sam.
Yeah.
Keith, fire department, October report, Keith. Please.
Mayor Pro Tem and councilors, how are you this evening?
Yeah.
Good. So far. So, on my report, you know, 50% of my calls were medical, this is only about half of what it was for a month. When I was released back to running again, so. On that note where he was talking about the semi truck up on the hill there. It was, a truck delivering roofing metal up at one of those houses they were building up there. And then got whatever he got there, but he got out of there safely and everything, and P&M did end up coming back and, lining that pole back up straight and tightening up the dirt around it, so. On that part, fire wise, all we had was one vehicle fire. Over at Freedom Bloom, undetermined. Other than that, it was just service calls basically, so.
Wow. What was the big wreck out here last night or not before last?
That was last Sunday.
Or was it Sunday?
Yeah, it was a guy had a medical issue and passed out behind him.
This time you submitted your report in a form that's not recognized by my computer, not this one where I went home, it's the TIF. Instead of a JPEG or a PDF, or even a JPEG. And, so I messed with it at home and put it into another program and converted it to PDF, so I could look at it. But if in the future, if you would submit it into a more common format, it would be helpful there.
I called him for him.
No, common. So this TIF, and what you submitted was a TIF
Okay,
instead of a JPEG or a PDF. And my computer will. I mean, I can make it, but also not as handy as just clicking on it.
okay.
I'll make sure it's in PDF.
Okay, thank you. Or even a JPEG would be fine. Because it's a picture file is what it is.
And you have Acrobat on your PC?
It's a TIF.
Yeah, I know, but
Yes, I do.
your PDF viewer is out of Adobe Acrobat?
I have that on both my home computer and this
Okay.
city computer. Thank you.
Looking at the reports and most of your, like you just said, are medical. And I'm so glad that got settled finally. And do your medical. When you're out there. So I'm thankful for that. I'm glad we discussed that and straightened it out.
Yeah, there were few people on out there that normally see me running and didn't see me running for a while. They're, you know, they were like, what happened, you know, and you know, like we took a little break and we're back, you know, and they were very happy, you know. Even the med crew, you know, when I showed up on, 'cause there's a different crew each time. And they're like, oh, are you back running? Yeah, I'm back. They were very excited. Cause they need help too, so.
It's important, it's very important that you get there and get on time with people. And I'm so happy to hear that, and I didn't know that was even going on. Thank God. Wait, Debbie.
On that, what you just talking about there, Tim, that, I talked with the fire chief when, shortly, right after it happened, and he approached me and we discussed it. And it wasn't his doing, it was, between two people, not here tonight, so. I just wanna make that clear, fire chief's call. So apparently he's putting too much on the line, last year, but the time that the fires were going on, that the weekend I had, then the floods come, that was for another month. So if you wasn't out driving around, you didn't see these guys at 10 o'clock at night with bridge watch for flooding and stuff. I saw them. And I can't jump in the water and help them, but I can get up. The water.
Yeah.
So, thank you.
And that was quite a few of our departments.
It just wasn't the fire department, it was a public work, police department, I mean, we had a lot of people out there.
So hands on deck.
Thank God we have these people that care.
Even caught country road swimming in the pool over there.
Yeah, that's chasing horses. But that's where I go back. You gotta get some people that we can pay. Because you can't depend on volunteers all the time. You gotta have some paid people.
We're working on that. We got the one position open, hopefully they'll be putting in for a couple more, hopefully come the new.
And the overtime, I mean, I'm sorry, but I don't think it's a problem because you're a first responder. Yeah, you're gonna be out there more than everybody else, just like them guys be out there, you know?
Yeah.
I don't see why anybody's got. Other than bean
It's
counters.
a good thing to think about in a budget. But we need.
That's all I got. I just want
A lot of them for the last 2 years. Yeah. Maybe our. The next mayor here will tend to that.
Well,
Okay,
well,
I need.
Thank you, Heath.
Public Works, yeah, thank you very much. Public Works October report.
Mayor Pro Tem, members of council, before you, do you have any questions? What were you?
What's the Valley View?
Valley View is the CDBG project. It was roads and water lines and partial new sewer. The job is completed. We've done substantial completion, waiting for final payment. That job will be closed, done and moved on.
So we gotta, the grant covers that and then we just gotta come up with 37.5.
And actually, we got a grant for 37.5. Yeah, that was good. We're done there. We'll talk about money. I did apply for roughly 4 million from Colonias last week. I did talk to them. They're gonna try hard to push the representatives to relax the law and let me get Colonias because of our audit issues. So we don't know if we're gonna get that or not.
Can Debbie and Dora help on that?
They've already been involved with it.
Oh.
It's, the hard part is. It's a crazy rule because it's DFA, Department of Finance. It says we can't have the money, period, no matter what. I've had our representative and one of our senators working, trying to get for us. Because we're in a disaster. We get the Department of Transportation, which is run by the DFA, will give me money all along. They're like, we don't care, here's the money, we know you get the job done. Yeah, anyways, Harris Lane is still going very, very slowly. In a spot where it's too cold to pour concrete. You know, kind of is what it is. I guess you guys are still gonna be here. Y'all gotta push finance to do something with this money we have on the museum. We have $750,000 that needs to be either spent or we might as well just give it back to general fund. We need to do something with it at some point.
Okay, Joey, this lodger's tax has got me messed up. They've got $1.5 million that they want to give away. But they can only do it, you gotta go pay for it and then I can give you the money back.
No, well, yes and no. Lottery tax, it has to be promotional, so it could cover certain aspects of it. But it couldn't cover the construction part.
No, but some of it we could get for that.
We could. You know, Selena would know more than I do on lottery tax. I just know that some's promotional, some's not. Promotional has to benefit the community or bring people in.
Right.
There's 0% loans, we're looking at like 1.1 million, possibly to 1.4 max now. We got 750,000. If we were in excess, like you were told during budget hearings, then why don't we just pull some of that and be done with it? And that's a decision that the new council or whoever can make, but we have to move on this. We've just been dragging for you know, one way or another.
I hear you totally.
Gotta keep, move on or do something different. I really don't want to return that much money.
This is something a little bit different than the reports there, a lot of people don't understand it. When we have snow in the Castle School, then it can be 1 inch when it used to be 4 inches. Before we would get the snow plows and stuff out. And we're talking about people that's earning 10 hours, working 10 hours a day, and people working 8 hours a day, and they get more money than this one, that one. When City Hall and all the other departments that it affects come in at 10 o'clock. No one is realizing that Public Works comes in at 5, 4:30, 5 o'clock to get those rigs fired up, going and getting the snow plowed. So that you can get the school route cleared out by 10 o'clock, get the rest of the city open. And they do a hell of a good job of doing that. I know what it's like to be out there doing that. So when we're talking about the overtime and stuff like this, stop and think about these guys coming in at 5 o'clock in the morning when everybody else is still drinking hot chocolate and coffee at home until 10 o'clock.
I appreciate that. It was something we've been talking about, you know, we were concerned from the special meeting where we discussed 150 hours, 123 hours. If we want to go that deep, then we can get real deep because City Hall doesn't come in until 10 o'clock. We come in at 6. During disasters, people got to go home so we could get them home and be safe while we were still out there getting them home, you know. So there's all kinds of ways to do that stuff. But we can talk about that.
It's worth talking about.
Yeah,
I don't think you can ever fix it 100%.
but the main person that's fighting you is finance, right?
I haven't heard of it.
I mean, that's the only thing I've heard is about the overtime.
As far as a 10-hour, 8-hour, 12-hour, the cops, I've heard nothing from finance.
Maybe she'd jump in the truck with you and ride around one day.
Right.
She might get over it.
Yeah, I don't think that, but yeah. Anything else?
Joey, I sure encourage you to go ahead with that museum. It's an asset we have.
Well, I'd love to go ahead, my hands are tied, I can't.
Yeah, he's just waiting on that extra little
I have
pinch of money.
quotes for construction, I have POs ready, like, I just need.
Well, don't give up because that's one asset Mendoza Downs has that we want to keep.
I think
And we can use that building, we can make it work.
Mayor Pro Tem, with the new administration coming in and, that everybody's on board with getting that done. We can't just keep spinning our wheels like we're stuck in a
No.
snowbank. So I think what that's gonna do is come up probably the first month, maybe 6 weeks. Second month of the new year, with the new mayor-elect and new council members, not saying that council members that are leaving in December 31st haven't done anything. You have, but our hands have been tied. And so with the new administration, I think that knot's gonna be cut. We'll be able to move forward with that. And I'm one for it right now. Let everybody know right now, I'm all for it. If we've got 600,000 laying somewhere, 700,000 laying somewhere, get it to them, get it done. Let's get moved in there and put all this BS in and we're done with it. We've got too much money invested in it already.
I'm glad to hear that, because I'm really for us keeping that museum and using it. Not paying 15 million for another one. Use what we have and just fix it up and take care of
We put about 800,000 into it. We have, like I said, roughly 750 sitting there. If we don't use it on the museum, it's going back to the state general fund. We can't transfer it, we can't It was an allocated amount that goes back, and this really kind of stinks because our representative don't even get the money back to reallocate it. It goes back to general fund.
Mhm.
And that makes them look at us like, hey, we're giving you money, you're not using it, and we're not gonna give you money. So that being said, just so y'all are aware, capital outlay is coming up in January, and I'm not gonna ask for any money, so if y'all wanna ask for it, go ask for it. I'm not gonna beg for money that I've already begged for and I've been given and I cannot spend. You know, why I don't wanna take it out of anybody else's pocket that can spend it. That needs to be spent when we can't even spend the money we have
And why couldn't you spend that money, Joe?
because of our odds. And there's no way they can be completed. In time for this year, so.
That box has money down too?
Yes, if you don't have an audit, they will not give me the Vector truck, the Veterans Memorial. Everything is held because of the audits. So until they're done and completed and on time, I can't have that money.
The grappling truck, everything.
And I even went with Harlan and we tried to go to the top and get something to help with a disaster. I said, no, fix your audits and you have it.
That's the very.
That's where I
first-
keep going back to Dora now.
That Dora didn't have no say so on
But no, but they said they could help us.
it. They do the same thing I'm doing.
Oh,
Yeah, they do. They, and Dora didn't know about it. Debbie Lee's helped on a bunch of it. There's just, hands are tied when it's state law that it wrote for them when he says your audits will be on time and current. You know, I think we're pretty close to getting 23s done, or we're done with 23.
We should be on the agenda soon.
I haven't started 24 yet, 25 is due next month, so.
I just saw there was 45,000 spent in the last 4 months on audit, so.
So until we get those cleaned up, I don't feel that it's right to go beg for money and then senators, representatives, we can never spend it.
until we can get it.
Right, let them give it to people who do use it until, and be responsible, so when we go back, we go, hey, you know, we backed out. We're responsible, now we're ready, so.
Sam.
Mayor, it's more of a question for Mr. Jarvis. Would that capital outlay affect trying to do anything to rebuild the police department?
If it is state allocated money, you can,
Yes.
it will affect it,
Yeah.
any state money you cannot receive.
That's like that 3.2 that I keep asking about. Yeah.
Okay.
Federal doesn't affect, there's some federal grants that have the laws on it, but the state,
Oh.
anything from TFA right now.
Okay.
We applied for 2.8 million for Colorado, Utah, and got to the very end and got shot down in the building because got us. But hopefully we're getting to a better.
That's what I was gonna say, our new mayor and the council, they got a big job to do, but let's get the audits done. We can't keep going without it.
Well, I've got to guide these new ones because they don't know all of it.
Well,
You gotta kind of
I've
reach
been here
out.
26 years, and I'll tell you what, never would they see an audit go that long without being completed, ever.
We're in a lot of issues because you know, the audit firm was sold out and.
Yeah, I know
that is
that.
part of it too.
That story went around 3 times, so. Okay, I'm good.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you, George.
Appreciate
Thanks, George.
Okay, under new business, A, resolution 2025-28, a resolution determining reasonable notice for public meetings of the city of Red Oaks Downs governing body, boards, commissions, and committees, declaring the 2026 annual schedule of the governing body meetings.
I'll make a motion.
I'd like to entertain a motion.
Make a motion to approve that with a slight change.
Okay,
And I'll let the city clerk, if she does not mind, explain that change because I was unaware of the new law that just came in. And she explained it to me. It came in, I think, in June of last year.
Yeah.
And for some reason, it never did get to any of us.
could I have a second? I'll second, okay.
Mayor Pro Tem, member of the council. So in this last legislative session, they switched the organizational requirements through state statute stating that the first organizational meeting needed to be done. And correct me if I'm wrong, no sooner than 15 days of January, but no later than 21 days. So with that amendment, that would put a specific time frame for the governing body of the city to have an organizational meeting, which with the lawyer assisting, we directed it to be the 16th of January at 5:30, which is a Friday. So that would take place after the 12th. So we wouldn't meet the 12th because that organizational meeting would have to take place.
And it would still be at 5:30.
It was dated
5:30.
the 12th, so
Just to follow
No
suit.
12.
that'll be changed to.
So
the
no-
16th.
Yeah, so we would omit the January 12th. And if you notice, the January 16th isn't provided in that schedule, since it is a different week. So
So-
that
You will continue to have this other meeting too.
the 12th will be
No.
omitted, but the 16th will be that week.
Okay.
Yes.
Change to the 16th. All right.
Yes, and when this resolution was created, it is resolution 2025-28. On your handout, it says 26, but the attorney was working on all the resolutions at the same time, and I mislabeled the 20 on the handout, but the agenda has it correctly.
January is the 16th then, and the 26th.
Yeah. On the resolution on the first page, section 10-15-1, letter D. It says there towards the end that the affected body shall determine at least annually in a public meeting what notice. For a public meeting is due to that body. That means that the new city council is going to have to do this again in January as the affected body. So
Correct.
I'm in agreement that we need to pass it today because Mr. Jarvis doesn't have something to do with you being able to do stuff to have it passed today.
Well, there's one for a grant application that's pending.
Okay,
I
so
can't
that's
do
good
without-
enough reason.
without the current one.
Yeah, and I think that in the past, when we had elections in March, they did this in April. Now that this is new, basically, that we have newer councils coming in December. Needs to happen in January, but it needs to happen today.
Yes.
But just do it again. I did have a question for you though, city clerk. The workshops used to say they can occur on the 1st or the 3rd. And I noticed that that language is gone and it just didn't need to be there.
Yes, so the reason for the omission of that language was specifically towards in prior year when we tried to do the workshop meeting. Well, when it was decided that just the consistency of the regular meetings were more beneficial to the city business taking place, it's a moot point.
Okay,
So that was the reason for the omission.
all right. That sounds good.
All right. We have a motion and a second. Oh, Maria has something to
I
say.
have a question. That won't interfere with newly elected officials meeting in Santa Fe, right?
Like the schedule.
The 16th.
So the 16th is gonna be at 5:30. So that schedule hasn't been put out by the New Mexico Municipal League for Neo and Molly. It hasn't been, I keep checking it every day to see when we can get everybody signed up. But yes, we did take that into consideration,
Okay,
and that's why we kept it, the consistency with the 5:30, so that you can home,
okay.
have dinner before the meeting.
Well,
Even though I just came from Santa Fe.
excuse me, on that question, if it is that week,
It is
release you about 11 o'clock.
on that day.
And it's a 3.5 hour drive is what they give you. So just sleep good the night before, come home, come.
Okay, and then
Zoom.
I have another question. Some of these dates conflict with, the amount of time that us as admin in our director positions to have time to create our reports. So if, say, the police, fire, and fire department, if our month ends on a Friday or a Saturday, or one of them even ends on the Sunday prior to us being able to submit it to the agenda. So our deadline is Monday prior to the meetings. So our deadline is Monday, and if we don't have all of our,
Statistics in.
yes,
Yeah,
Then
it needs to
that-
be stretched out.
It will be, yeah.
so,
We've done that.
We'll be I'm sorry, were you done, Ms. Pierce?
so I would suggest it stay at the last meeting of the month.
Yeah.
Rather than at the first. I don't know
This,
where the decision came from, but I think for
It
for
was
the
a-
department heads would be helpful.
I know where it came from.
Okay.
It was me and I made a mistake.
Oh,
So, yes, when we have the public hearing on December the 8th, for ordinance 31. We can fix that to say that the reports will be on the second meeting every month instead of one first meeting every month, and it's an easy fix.
Oh,
But thanks for bringing it up.
thank you.
I just wanted to clarify one other thing, but typically in the past, we've tried to get the agendas out to you Wednesday, so you can have half Wednesday, Thursday, Friday for the review, research, questions, all on such. Well, with the Monday at 10 deadline, if that were extended to have the agendas out on Friday, that would also give that 2 whole days. It's like a day, half day, full day and a half day. So would there be any issue in posting that agenda on Friday?
I have a big issue.
Yeah.
That if I want to call government offices, and yeah, we need it out on Wednesday by 5.
Okay, Wednesday at 5 would work a whole lot better, or even Thursday. Can I buy a 12 at? Can I buy 12 at Thursday? Wednesday at 5 I can do, but just at least I need a little bit more time. As she's saying, we have time constraints. If it's 10:01 and I have somebody coming in saying I have to put something on the agenda, it's just like, do or die at that point, because it takes review. Is it, do we have the money? As attorney had the opportunity to review, does she have time to get back to me? You know what I mean? Just the run around,
Yeah.
just didn't even have it. Wednesday at 5 I can.
I just want to speak next when you get through. So,
Oh yeah, that was it.
okay, what, if we just stipulated that we have the end of the month reports at the second meeting of each month, that shouldn't affect them, but if you need more time to get the agendas put in question what they're dealing with the attorney, if it has to be in Monday at 10 o'clock, then why couldn't we have it put out Thursday at 10 o'clock? But that,
Yeah, well, yes, Thursday at 10 o'clock would help. It would, obviously, the more time the better. But if you're okay with even Thursday at 10 o'clock, that would help. And that would give you all of Friday and from 10 to 5. So what is that? 5 and then just 8,
all day.
7, so 15 hours.
and all day Monday.
And all day Monday. Would that be permissible?
Yeah,
Okay, just because I want to give you an accurate, complete, concise format. I'm not trying to give you, chicken scratch eyes that's running out the door trying to sign.
Recommendation, Mayor, that the city clerk draw this up, put it on the agenda for the December meeting. So that this council can vote on it and then put it in that language and so when it starts up. Excuse me, that's my text call. I can't automatically turn it off, it won't do that because it's medical. Anyway, that would give the upcoming council everything. I don't think they'll have a problem with it because that's giving us. I pick mine up Wednesday at noon, when I text it's here, and I put it on the coffee table or I put it on my little desk table, and I leave it there. And maybe an hour, 2 hours later, I'll thumb through it, put it up, and I probably won't touch it again until Thursday afternoon. So Thursday is my big day, reading my agendas and stuff. So I don't know how the rest of the councilors do it. That's just me. And then I think Wednesday or Thursday at 10 o'clock or.
If you're okay, if everybody.
Well, there's the 2 counselors that are going to be here.
Yeah, I was just fixing, Maria,
Good.
Rob, is that good with y'all?
to get the
Pick
agenda.
up your agenda on Thursday at 10.
Rather than Wednesday.
Then you have Thursday afternoon and Friday and all day Monday and the weekend too.
Well, for me, it won't be a midday, it'll be
At the end of the
evening
day.
before I get home, anything in anyway, so.
But would Thursday work for you? Instead of Wednesday?
I hope so.
Maria?
You can have your wife pick it up.
If it's put out on Wednesday, you won't get it until Wednesday afternoon. If it's put out on Thursday, you won't get it until Thursday. afternoon.
Yeah.
But as long, if it follows,
I actually,
it allows for the 72-hour rule, yeah, I'm moving.
Mayor-elect, Scott, I'm so sorry. Mayor-elect Scott, would that be permissible? I know we'd have to bring back the Open Meetings Act and I should have it in that language included.
Sure, as long as we can get it so it works for everybody, I'm fine with it.
And I give the directors a second to make those conversions to PDFs, I can, just the housekeeping of it.
I don't think we need, I mean, I'm just gonna speak as a director, I'm sorry, I don't think we need the extra time, I think the problem is the time it takes for finance or attorneys or whatever to review everything we put in.
Right.
I know if I was in, like, on the JUB, I would dang sure want the most time possible so I can review and not be like some old counselors from many years ago, you asked them what was in the packet, they had no idea, because they never read it, because they didn't get, you know. So if you're keeping ours at Monday, I'm good, I don't wanna squeeze your time frame, because I know it takes forever to get reviewed.
Well, and if it has deadline to 10, give us, making sure like, hey, is everybody good with this so that we're not, having unnecessary conversations and trying to research, review, people are first hearing about it.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And so Thursday at 10, if everyone's good.
Well.
And it's a recommendation for you to go ahead.
Move it to 24 hours and leave it at 2.
We can make it by 10, to it's fine with that.
10 or the same time. Well, hey, if you're gonna move a day, just leave it at Thursday at 10.
That's a problem. Don't say like that.
Rob, Maria,
I'm good with that.
Someone can pick it up.
Scott,
It comes
they're all good. Okay.
It's what else?
So, yeah. So if you will get, I would recommend we put it on the agenda for the next meeting and his first meeting in December,
Well-
and we'll go with it.
Then don't you have a motion and second to approve the resolution with the omission of January 12th? That was your motion?
She read it, I think.
I read it all, but I didn't put that amendment in,
Yes.
so with his amendment.
And Mayor, Councilor Lace, like you said.
I seconded his amended for some.
Yes, and there's everybody ready for the roll call?
Yes.
Maria, or Rob, y'all good with this?
Yes, sir.
Okay. I don't wanna vote against y'all, that's all I'm asking.
That's okay, we'll vote and change it if we want to.
Okay,
Councilor Miller,
aye.
Councilor Proctor,
Aye.
Councilor Lacewell,
Aye.
Councilor Baker.
Yes, ma'am.
Motion.
Thank you all, yeah. Do, what you call it? I don't know what it is.
Thank you, Nan.
Anyway, first time I got to do it, so. thank y'all for-
Of course.